How do you normally handle delivery times of your wedding films? Welcome to You Asked, our short form podcast where we answer a question that you submit. Just take 5 or 10 minutes or so to do that. If you would like to submit a question to have us read on air, head over to howtofilmweddings.com/survey. And there, one of the questions is, what is one question you would like John or Nick to answer on the podcast? And we are picking those and answering them on this You Asked podcast. Today's question of how do you normally handle delivery times of your wedding films is a really good one because there are lots of things for you to consider when it comes to how you deliver your films and the delivery time and how you want to do that. The very, very first thing that I would recommend when it comes to handling your delivery times is to communicate. So many times in the past, I have heard people say something along the lines of, well, it's in the contract. Like I sent them the contract and they signed it, so they should know that it says 4 months, 5 months, a year, whatever that may be. It says it in the contract. A question for you, if you have thought that. When was the last time that you went and read a contract? Most people really aren't doing that. Also, if you are a person that goes and reads a contract because that's just how you were made, I'm here to let you know that most people don't go and read the contract. So instead of just saying it's in the contract, it'll be this, I would start communicating with your couples as soon as the wedding day is over. For us, we tell our couples that it take 4 months for them to get their highlight film. 4 months is the time that we think is a good turnaround time so that we can get it to them. Now, we always want to go sooner if we can. If I can get it back to them in 2 months, that would be incredible, but I always say 4 months to give myself a little bit of a cushion. Another thing that you could include within your contract is say delivery time is this, unless notified via the filmmaker by email or something like that. That way you can give yourself a little of a cushion and you can also communicate with them about what that process is going to look like. As soon as the wedding is over, instead of just assuming that they remember how long it's going to take and assuming that they remember what it is that they are going to be getting from their collection, send an email out the week after the wedding, maybe the day after or the next Saturday. Within those 7 days, send them an email and say, this is what is going to happen from here, basically. Our turnaround time is 4 months, 5 months, whatever it's going to be. You will have your stuff by this date. Then say, as a part of our agreement, this is what is included in your collection. So they will know, okay, I have 4 months and I will be getting the ceremony and toasts edits as a part of my entire collection. That is going to remove any kind of confusion. That is going to remove any kind of question about how long it is going to take. Now, just because you said it's going to take 4 months, that doesn't necessarily mean that the couple is going to like it or they're going to appreciate the amount of time that it takes. However, you have clearly outlined the expectation. You have outlined what is in the contract. You have outlined all of that sort of stuff to ease any questions that they have or maybe ease any problems that they may have. About 4 years ago, this is the plan that we adopted, and we started communicating with our couples how long it would take before they got their film. And our emails saying, hey, where's my film? When am I going to get that? Dropped to nearly zero after I started to communicate with our couples in that way. If you really want to speed up your turnaround time, I highly recommend looking for an outsourcing partner. And we have a great list over at howtofilmweddings.com/outsourcing. Check out our friend Wedditor. They do an incredible job. They edit our films over at Wild Oak Films, and I am highly pleased with the work that they do. If you would like to speed up your delivery time, if you would like to get your films to your clients faster than maybe you were able to, check out Wedditor over at howtofilmweddings.com/outsourcing. Another thing that has helped in the delivery process is we have taken it upon ourselves to do either a same-day edit or a teaser within just a couple of days after the wedding. And this really gets the couple excited. They can see, oh man, my wedding was actually cool, or I love that, or I looked great, or whatever. But whenever you have that teaser, it kind of, whets their appetite. It fills up their tummies a little bit so that they can hold on for that few months that it's going to take you to edit the entire longer form highlight film. If teasers are something that you've never really considered doing, I would highly recommend looking into it and considering how you can add teasers to your workflow just from a hype standpoint and getting the couple excited, but also other people around excited. And it builds in a little bit of a cushion so that the couple is excited. They know that you know what you're doing before you're going to deliver that final film to them. Another thing to consider whenever it comes to delivering your film is building a little bit of hype around it, communicating with your couple, hey, I'm working on your film, sharing some screen grabs, maybe taking a few little clips, little video clips and uploading them, texting that to them, uploading them to Instagram, saying how excited you are, letting them know that you're going to get it to them within a certain amount of time. Another really good tip is to ask the couple, I am almost done with this. I should be done this weekend. When is a good time for me to send this to you? I actually had a situation a couple of years ago where the bride was off on vacation, the groom was home at work, and they asked me not to send the video until after she returned home because they wanted to be there together and watch it together and didn't want to be tempted to watch it while they were apart. So if you communicate with your couples, when is a good time for me to send this over, that is going to help the overall experience of how they view your work and how they see what it is that you are doing. But again, when it comes to delivering your films, the biggest thing that you can do is communicate with your couples. Share with them, this is my process, this is what you're going to get, this is when you are going to get it, and then communicate with them. If you are going to miss that deadline, if you are not going to make it work, make sure you are communicating that with them rather than just let the deadline come and go. And then with crickets and they don't hear anything, they don't know what it is that's going on, communicate with them so that they can know and understand where you are with their film and when it will be delivered. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of You Asked. If you would like to grow your Instagram account, we currently over at howtofilmweddings.com/Instagram have 10 prompts to help you grow your Instagram account. Just little things that you can do to help you when you post so that you can ask questions to help people engage with your content a little more and help you grow. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks over to our friends at Wedditor for the outsourcing work that they do and the editing that they do. Check them out at howtofilmweddings.com/outsourcing. Thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, we will see ya.